Alrighty, today we're going to be going over how to set up Thinkorswim and my personal preference as to what you should have set and whatnot, and maybe it can help you out with making the decision yourself on what to use to try and make yourself a little bit more efficient. So you start out, download Thinkorswim, and you'll be on your desktop dashboard type thing. And where I usually go is right up here. I'll go into charts, and so my setup is right here, but I'm just going to go into the flexible grid. You can do it on the regular charts for yourself, but this is where I'm going to be. And let's just say we're trading Boeing. Get all this stuff out of the way so we just have the chart. So this is going to be just your standard chart, and we'll have it right here, volume. And what I would say to have is 1 active trader and 2 level 2. But I really don't like how it looks like this, so instead I'll go over to this thing right up here and customize my grid. Add one to the right and add one underneath of that. And boom, there's that. On here, you can just go to Gadget, Active Trader, select on this one the gadget, level 2. So here we'll have the level 2 data, no chart, just the data. And we'll bring this over a little bit just to have a little bit more space to watch the charts. And then right here, we'll have the active trader. So this is going to be just for the Boeing stock itself, but we don't want that. We want to trade the options. So we can just click on this little drop down arrow, go to options, Boeing, and from here we'll select our option, the strike price that we want. So we'll just pick the first one out of the money. And this part right here is going to be your price ladder. This is where you have the ability to buy or sell, whatnot. And with the price ladder, you'll be able to pick your specific price. But I feel like the best part about Active Trader is going to be your button setup right up here. And so for your button setup, this is what I would suggest as like the best type to have it for trading options. So you'll have buy the ask as first, sell the bid, and then you want cancel all underneath of that. Let's get that going right there. And auto send on and off. And then down here, you'll want to have quantity with button. Oh wait, and then up here you'll have quantity with buttons too. Down here you'll have order template selector, order editor, and then you can add buy market, sell market down here. And last but not least, you want to have the position indicator up here as well. So then when you click OK, you'll see it now. Looks a lot cleaner. You'll have your buy the ask, sell the bid, and you can see right where those price levels are when you hover over. Cancel all that way so you don't have to find out exactly what you're canceling. You can just click that and it'll cancel all pending orders. Your quantity with buttons, 3, 5, 10, 20, however many contracts you want. And the good thing with the auto send button is I always have the auto send button on. That way, instead of clicking buy the ask and having this little pop-up come out, all you do is you just click auto send and boom, you have an order in. And then cancel all of them, get rid of it. I do see some people also have times and sales with theirs, but I just feel as if it is not needed with if you're able to just watch level 2. So I just let that go. and I just have the regular chart. But this is how I would have it set up personally. And then from there, you can have another chart right here, say Tesla, and then you'll add these two. You'll take this up here. You'll move these so that it's even. This one you can give a lot less room to because you don't need to know that much, too much data on that. And then there we go with that. We'll have Tesla right here and Tesla contracts right here. And we'll switch that to active trader. Let me get rid of that. So this way you'll be able to have two charts and both your active traders level 2 and whatnot. You don't want to overcrowd, because once you overcrowd, you'll start feeling that sense of analysis paralysis and confusion. You slowly want to build bigger and bigger, being able to do more and more, but slowly but surely. Over here, I don't really use any of this, really, but you can add, let's say, another gadget, like a notes, wherever the notes thing is, scratch pad. That way you can type. Oops, hit my. So let's say BA over 165. And sorry about that. That's just because of my hotkeys. So, and then I'll go over that as well. So then you could have something like that in the scratch pad if you want, have it on there. That way you don't have to take your eyes off of your charts. You want to be able to just stay on here and just watch it, and that's it. But me personally, I don't use that. I just put on price levels and whatnot. So that's that. And then, of course, you have your studies. So studies is just basically what indicators means, just a different word, whatever. So yeah, you got everything you need over here. So then you can do that, put it on here, get your volume average going over here. And then another easy thing to do is you can link. See, I already have something linked to Tesla. So we can link these two, and then whenever you type something in there, it'll pop up straight to your level 2. That way you don't have to do it twice. So that's that. I mean, there isn't much more that you could add on here, really, that I would think so. Nothing else really like that. It's the same thing. Times and sales, not really necessary. But that's pretty much it for how I would suggest setting up Thinkorswim if you're someone relatively new, trying to get the hang of it, whatnot, stuff like that. But I personally have mine set up like this. I'll have little 5-minute charts of the Qs and SPY. That way I can just see how the market sentiment is doing. And then I'll have my 7 level 2s and 7 active traders. But this is just how I've had it so far. I like it like this. I don't know why it's still showing Tesla. Alright, I guess this one's not working properly. We'll go over here. Sweet. So, looks like I'll probably have to restart my level 2. I mean not my level 2, my Thinkorswim. But that's usually how I have mine right here. The 7 active traders along with that, and then we'll have the, one second. we'll have the charts. So I'll have these charts on one tab, on one monitor, and then all the rest on my monitor right next to it. That way I can just look over trade real quick, get it out of the way, get it all done. Trying to think of if there's anything else I can go over for level 2 data and whatnot. But there are also a couple settings you want to go over. So let me close out of Thinkorswim, get this out of the way. So when you first click open Thinkorswim, you want to check a couple settings before even logging in. You'll go to the little settings tab right before logging in, and you want to increase your memory usage. So make sure to have a minimum and a maximum. You don't want to go too over, well, you can't really, it's only as much as your computer can handle. But you want to have your memory usage up there, that way you're not lagging around, lagging out. Because I see a bunch of people saying, oh, Thinkorswim's laggy, this and that. You just got to make sure you're pushing enough memory through there to have it be able to handle it. You can also change your color scheme as well. So let this thing come back through, and then there's a couple more settings for you. So let's see if my level 2 works. I mean my active trader now. There we go. So yeah, no level 2 on here. Just like that. And I don't know why it's showing. I guess it's because I used the flexible grid. That's the annoying part about this type of thing, because your layout sticks everywhere. No matter where you go, it'll always come back. So this is all just examples of how I have mine set up. So basically this is how it's all set up right here. I'll have all that stuff and whatnot. There we go with that. And here's a couple more settings that you could change to try and make things a little bit faster on your end. So before you even start trading for the day, every single day, go over to Help and System and make sure to collect the garbage. See how I went from 250,000 free memory to 667,000. So once you start doing that in the morning, you might see a little bit more improvement. And then once you do that, go over to Setup, Application Settings, and we'll go over to, I don't think really any of these, but here we go for you. So for my active trader order submission rate limit, so usually it's like 500 milliseconds, so half a second before you can send it again. I have mine set to 0. And my price ladder gets auto-centered at the fastest time possible. Maybe I could change that. Maybe 1 second. I could do that. So that way this little thing right here always gets centered. And I'm not losing where the mid price is. Well, it comes back to 3 seconds, so you can't really do much. Here's an important one for you. Quote speed. When you download it, you're going to be at moderate, so you'll have a max 3-second delay. Change that back to real time. That way you have it coming in fast, so you're not missing out on anything. And I see a lot of people asking me, oh, when I start my Thinkorswim back up, it doesn't have what I had on it prior. So go to your startup, workspace used, last application state, last used. And that way it's always the same every single time. And for the rest of this stuff, doesn't really matter. This is all more personal preference. But I do have some hotkeys on Active Trader. Buy the ask, shift bid, sell the bid, shift S, and cancel all, shift C. So that way I just click it real quick, get that out of the way, get that all done. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Thinkorswim. Nothing much really, nothing really else you need to know. That's pretty much just the main stuff. You could always just look into the scanners, education tab. There's plenty of stuff on here that can work for you. But yeah, hope somebody gets something out of this, so that way they can get a little bit of help on their Thinkorswim.